Hello, and welcome back to Groom's Investment Advice Hub. I'm Kevin Walsh, and I'm here with my colleague, Mike Krebs. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of engaging with the Department of Labor in areas where the department asks for engagement. So, Mike, when the rule comes out, what are the opportunities that you think we're going to have to engage?
Well, thanks, Kevin. Engagement is very important at all stages of the rulemaking process, because that's what the process is really designed to do. It's designed to get engagement, to have stakeholders provide feedback on proposals, to influence what those proposals look like when they're finalized. And so we'll have several opportunities to engage with the Department of Labor and other agencies during this process. When they put out a proposed rule, there will be a comment period, and for a rule of this importance and scope, there will likely be also a hearing. Submitting comments is extremely important. It does help drive the process and can impact rulemaking. I think thoughtful comments that are geared at trying to improve the rule are most helpful, at least with the Department of Labor. Questioning assumptions that they've made, questioning even their economic analysis, all of that is incredibly important, as they are required by the Administrative Procedures Act to receive those comments and at least take them into consideration. They don't have to respond to everything, but they have to address most material points that are made, and so it does have an impact on the process and on the final product.
So if you're going to be impacted by the rule, it sounds like putting comments in makes a fair amount of sense. If you think there are parts of the rule that are unworkable, or if you think there's parts that could be improved, but also if you just really hate the initiative and think that they're out of their minds with their reg impact analysis, because if you provide the mathy stuff to back up that could play a factor, both in terms of the White House sign off, in terms of the agency sign off, and then if there's any litigation down the road.
Yeah, I think that's right. The economic analysis that agencies do as part of the rulemaking process, both at the proposed stage and the final rule stage, is very important. It's important both from a legal perspective, because that creates avenues for challenges to the legitimacy of the rule, but it's also important for the White House in reviewing and releasing those rules. They may not be the world's foremost experts at the White House on the fiduciary rule and on the implications of any potential changes, but what they do know very well is economic analysis, and they are able to identify holes in an agency's economic analysis and kind of send it back to the drawing board if they don't think it meets their standards. And we've seen that happen quite a bit. So to the extent you do have comments on the economics of the rule, the department's proposed impact statement, certainly make those.
And then kind of turning to a more positive angle on comments, we've seen the department go through rulemaking and similar initiatives in 2015, 2016, and 2019 and 2020. Have you seen the department take into account thoughtful comments and make changes, that the industry appreciates as a result of those comments?
Yeah, we see that all the time, whether it was the fiduciary rule or any other initiative. There are very few initiatives where the department puts out a rule as a proposal, goes through the process, receives comments, and then promptly ignores every comment and makes no changes. I can't think of any off the top where they've done that. Rather, they do want to get it right. So they may or may not agree with the industry on various policy issues, but where technical points are made, where we say X doesn't work because of Y, or have you considered this interaction with this other law, all of that gets taken into account, and we see it frequently addressed. That was particularly true in the last round of the fiduciary rule, which you'll recall went through a major revision from the 2010-ish proposal to the one they finally put through.
Well, thank you, Mike. It sounds like the comment period and any hearings are going to be a really important opportunity to engage with the department. So thanks for providing that overview, and I look forward to working with you on those comment letters and on testimony.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Kevin.